meet you.
How are you doing today?
Doing okay.
Doing okay? Good. On the phone, you were telling me about like some relationship issues that were going on recently.
Yeah, with my current girlfriend.
Okay, how long have you guys been dating?
We've been dating for about 2.5 years now.
Oh wow, that's a long time. And do you want to explain maybe what you're experiencing right now?
Yeah, so basically for the past 4 or 5 months we've been just having a lot of tension. There's been a lot of fighting, a lot of it's just been not a fun experience to be around her in general, and that's not something that I've been very used to, because for the past 2.5 years it's been generally a very positive relationship.
How long would you say you've been feeling like this?
For about 4 months.
4 months, and would she say the same? Do you think she's unhappy as well?
Yes, but from what from the conversations we've had, it seems like I'm more concerned about it than she is.
Okay. And what exactly are you guys experiencing right now that's causing all these feelings?
So basically, one thing that I've had a big problem with ever since we started dating has been she has chronic migraine problems.
Okay.
Literally from the second she wakes up till the second she goes to sleep, she has a migraine, and that's, I know it's not fun to deal with. It can't, I see how the pain that she's in, and so the medicine that she's on is called nortriptyline. It's an antidepressant that causes a ton of side effects, which she has all of. One of them being severe memory loss. And it's a very normal thing for us to go out or something, or to do something, and then for her not to remember it even a week later. And there have been times where she accuses me of never doing things with her, or stuff like that, because we've had that fight 2 or 3 times.
Okay.
And it's just frustrating knowing that I'm trying my best here, but she's forgotten the vast majority of our relationship.
Okay. And have you explained this to her?
Yes.
And how does she respond? Because she knows she's on the medicine and this is one of the side effects.
I mean, it's what you just said. There's really nothing that I can really say except expressing my frustration. And she responds with the exact same way anyone would respond. Well, I can't help it. It's sort of what she's going through. And I mean, she tells me to pick a specific time or a specific example, because that's how she remembers things. She needs examples.
Okay.
But if you're just, if it's happened so many times, they all sort of start to run together. I can't pick a specific date where we did this specific thing.
Okay.
But it's frustrating.
Oh, I'm sure. And is there anything else going on maybe that's adding to this, or is it just mainly the memory loss?
It's also, nothing's really adding towards the fights besides the memory loss and just the general tension that we've had. It's a lot of it's little things too. But with all this, negative feelings that's been going around our relationship, I've slowly started to fall out of love with her, and it hurts. It hurts me because I know that I should be committing more, but I'm not, and so I want to, I want to express that to her. I want to say, maybe we shouldn't be together because I'm not giving what I should be.
100%.
Right, but I've tried to bring that up with her, and she's not. She's really adamant about wanting to stay with me.
Okay. Do you feel trapped?
Very much so.
Very much. And have you maybe distanced yourself at all from her?
Yeah, we've tried that. It didn't really work out, and it was I guess both of our faults. We tried it the first time, and she forced herself back into my life, and we tried it the second time, and after about, I want to say 4 or 5 days or something, I ended up contacting her again.
Okay.
And the reason for that is because I don't have a lot of people that I can generally hang out with, and I feel lonely a lot, and I don't like being by myself.
Right.
And so it's nice to know that there's always someone. She's always been there, if I need to contact someone just to talk to and hang out. And it's rough knowing that she can't be there anymore.
Okay.
And so it's a conflicting thing that I've been dealing with back and forth.
I'm sure.
Wanting to be with her, wanting not to be with her, because in my head I know that, or in my heart and head or wherever, I know that I shouldn't be with her, but at the same time it's hard for me personally to not to just cut
You're
the last,
comfortable at this point.
Comfortable tie that I have.
Definitely. Well, you guys have been dating for a really long time, and once you get to know someone that well, I think it is hard to distance yourself, even if you know that's what's best for you.
Right.
It sounds like you're experiencing some really kind of conflicting negative emotions, though. And is that bleeding into anything else in your life? How do you feel when you're not with her?
I mean, I generally feel pretty good. My home life is doing well. I do pretty well in school, although it's mostly because of her. But that's a different story altogether. In general, when I think about our relationship when I'm alone, I feel more happy than when I'm with her.
Okay, that's a big thing.
But when I'm with her, though, it's not like I'm unhappy.
Okay.
I'm only unhappy when we're fighting. But now that's more often than usual, right?
Okay. And would you say you're at the point where you do want to break up, or
I would say it's probably approaching that. Yeah.
You're approaching that.
I mean, I don't. But like I said, that's my last comfortable tie that I really have towards, I guess, the public. Really, I don't talk to people. I don't have many friends. I don't do anything outside of go to school, go to work, and go home.
Right.
So I mean, there's no tie.
But is that, I guess you would say you're scared, maybe, to not have that tie. But is that worth all the discomfort that you're experiencing?
I don't know. I mean, I feel an entirely different discomfort when I'm alone. So it's really just pick your poison, really, at this point for me, which is why I'm here.
Okay. Well, I don't want it to be a pick your poison type of situation. I don't want you to feel negative. Have you communicated with her a potential breakup or distancing yourself, and yourself maybe a time frame where you just cut off communication to kind of think things through? Not yet, but I've been contemplating doing that. And would you think that is? I would definitely say I think you need to communicate with her, and I'm sure you guys have done this multiple times, but really sitting down with her and explaining, I feel like this when you do this, and I think that we need a break if you think that's necessary. It sounds to me like you want to figure this out and exactly what you want to do. I would sit down with her and tell her exactly how you're feeling, and that maybe things do need to kind of distance themselves for you to figure this out. And it's only fair to both of you, I would think. But I also don't want you, I guess, to feel like that's your last tie. I think you should probably maybe go out with your friends or something, or coworkers, or maybe even just doing something with your family, just to be out with other people and to kind of explore that and realize that this isn't just the only person. You don't want to have to rely on them for your happiness. Right. Do you think maybe that's something you could implement maybe in the next few weeks here? Something that I should, that's probably what I'll have to start doing. Okay. Maybe trying to just get out there, make some hobbies or something, just meet new people. Absolutely. Because you're definitely, and you're at the age where you can meet new people. I don't want you to feel like this is the last tie. You know what I'm saying? That it's just loneliness from here on out if you do decide that maybe it's not the right time for you guys. How do you feel about that? Sounds good. Okay. Okay. Well, I will walk you up front, and maybe we can meet in a few weeks. Sounds good. Hi there, Cait. How are you? How are you doing today? Good. Okay, I guess. Okay. So you spoke to me on the phone earlier today about you're having a problem with someone that you're seeing? Yes. So I guess really I wanted to talk about I had a previous relationship that was extremely damaging, and I just kind of noticed more so lately that the more people I meet, I have a really hard time getting close to people. So your past relationship is what you can, that you're noticing is affecting your current one? Yes. When you say damaging, what do you mean damaging? What if you don't mind? Right. No. I guess I dated this person for a little over a year, and I knew them a while before that, and it was really good at first, and then it just, I don't know, it kind of went all downhill. We were both extremely insecure and jealous. He was very restrictive on what I could do, but it just resulted in him being very verbally abusive and somewhat physical, and I guess just someone putting you down for so long, it was just really hurtful, and my self-esteem was really low after it. So I feel like since then I really have grown as a person, and I've learned to like myself and to feel good about myself and not rely on other people. But I just find every time I get close to someone, I start getting those feelings again where I feel very insecure and inadequate, and like I'm not good enough, I guess.
So he was very verbally abusive, and you say you're, at this point, it's been, you're better with your self-esteem, you're better where you are. How long ago was this relationship?
It probably officially ended about a year ago.
Okay.
And then some of like the negative comments and stuff continued on for a while, and that's finally stopped, and there's no communication now at all.
Okay. I'm sorry, how long ago was the final cutoff? You don't talk anymore?
Probably like 6 months or so.
About 6 months ago. Okay. Well, and when you say now you're getting into a new relationship and you feel like insecure, what kind of feelings are, like, do you feel almost like you're going to revert back to the way you were, or?
Right. I mean, it's a few things. I'm definitely worried. I mean, we got so comfortable with each other in my past relationship, and it's nice to be comfortable, but at the same time, I got really insecure. He wouldn't really let me do anything, and then he would put me down a lot anytime I did something he didn't like. And so I guess after that, I really felt bad about myself. And so I just, when I go into a new relationship, I may be like insecure and just worried, even like appearance or anything like that. And then part of it is I felt crazy when I was in the relationship. I felt I was super jealous and just questioning everything and questioning myself, and I just don't want that to happen again, I guess.
But you're obviously feeling comfortable enough that you're trying.
Definitely.
Okay. And so the person you've been seeing now, how long has it been going on?
We've been talking for about 2 months.
Okay.
And they have asked me out, but I kind of just keep diverting away from that because
Have you let them know that you were in a, I guess, harmful situation before?
Right. I kind of touched on it. It's just, I get really hesitant to open up to people, and so I've kind of explained like how scary commitment is to me, but probably not in full depth of what I need to.
Well, I mean, but you have let them know that commitment is not your forte. Well, I guess if you want, you said that you're comfortable in yourself, but you're not comfortable around other people yet. I feel one thing that would help you be comfortable around other people is you, for at least the person that you're trying to get to know a little bit better right now, you open up a piece of yourself to, you know, to sort of give that piece of vulnerability out first, and then hopefully they'll respond with a little bit back, and then, you know, just get this give and take going, and hopefully you can get to know that person a little bit better without necessarily having to
jump in.
Right. You know, you don't have to. You know, you can just go on a date or something and just talk and not. You know, it doesn't have to go anywhere. You can just have dinner with someone. And just. You know. But that's. I mean, that's what I would recommend if you're trying to open yourself up a little bit more.
Definitely.
Another thing you could do is take some time and reflect on yourself a little bit more, what you really want in a person, and to see what you really need from them to be secure with yourself, because you don't want to go back to where you were, and
it's hard,
you know, I think a lot of that is going to be the person that you choose as well, and it's gonna have to be you understanding that they're not going to be
every
person, well, or the person that you used to be with. You know, they're not going to be that person again. They're not going to necessarily turn you into that person again, unless if you let them. That's really your, you know, decision, so to speak.
Okay. Definitely. No, that's very helpful.
But I mean, another thing too, if you want to open up to that person and letting them know what's going on, you have to, like I said, when you open up a piece of yourself, try to let them know, not necessarily everything about what's been going on, because that's, I mean, I know from personal experience, it's hard to give,
very
so to speak,
difficult
almost darkest secrets of what's been going on, why you are the way you are. But at the same time, it'll give them a little bit of light into what you potentially may need, and you know whether or not they are able to provide that for you, or whether or not they're, you know, they just want to help you out as a friend, help you out as whatever, or you know, not want to be with you, want to be with you, whatever.
Right.
But it's they have to have that sort of information as well.
Right.
You know, I'm a big proponent of just talking to people. I think sitting down and, you know, face to face with someone and just expressing your feelings, expressing your frustrations can be very helpful, because I mean, it can't be harmful.
That's
it's just
true.
Getting out what is on your mind, with the hope that they'll get back what's on their mind. So.
Right. Okay.
What do you think?
It will definitely very helpful. It's very hard for me to open up, but I think, like you said, I need to figure out exactly what I'm looking for.
Maybe just start small. You know, you don't have to say, you don't have to come out and say, my last boyfriend verbally abused me. You know, just
right. That might be a little intense.
Right.
No, I agree. I probably do need to have a conversation with them, because I'm very hesitant to talk to people, but I think that would be best to just put it out there somewhat.
Have you talked to anybody else about what went on with your last relationship?
Mainly just my mom.
Okay.
That's who I find myself closest to. So she's been really strong support, and even through the breakup, I've had really good support system, and I think that really helped me get through it. And like I said, I feel fine now, but it's more just anytime I find myself getting close to someone, I kind of back off immediately and just get scared again. So
maybe you should take some more time to really get more comfortable with yourself. And,
right.
Like I said, talk to the other person.
Definitely.
Figure out what's going on.
No, conversation is probably needed.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Thank you.
Yep. I will see you hopefully next time. That went terribly. It's okay, I can cut it.
Oh, true.